Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to Building $1 Million Business. As always, I'm your host. What if I told you you can build $1 million business and you can do it in 12 months? Let's get Insta connected. Let's get Instagram connected. Come on, Instagram. Come on now. Boom, there we go. We're back, better than ever, greater than ever. Listen, it's a great day to be alive. Every single day that you get your health, your strength, and opportunity to like breathe fresh air, to reinvent yourself is a beautiful day. So welcome back to Building $1 Million Business. I'm your host, Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy in some circles. Today is May the 11th, 2026. We kicked this thing off January the 11th, 2026. So we're 4 months into this thing, 4 solid months into this thing. And today's going to be episode 86. Can y'all believe that? Come on, episode 86. Give yourself a round of applause for this, man. Come on. Let's go. Also want to give you listen. I want to thank you guys for rocking with me because each and every day we've been doing this thing, you've been showing up with me. Y'all been showing me tons of love, tons of support, and then just the DMs that I get from this has been absolutely amazing. So you've been rocking with me. That means you're super invested in building your $1 million bag here in 2026. So again, I'm Patrick Hart, known as that healthcare guy in some circles, Army veteran, 6 years in the military, 2 tours overseas, pivoted, found healthcare. Spent over 15 years in healthcare, rising through the ranks, became a healthcare technology executive, was part of an executive team that spearheaded and sold a $750 million technology company at the end of 2018. Then in 2023, I decided, you know what, Pat, bet on yourself, man. Do your own thing. Like just go out there and be great. So I became a full-time entrepreneur, created my own business, started paying myself in 2023. By the end of 2025, I was like, okay, this is dope and all. This is great, but I'm still not living in my purpose yet. I'm still not fulfilling the impact that I feel like I was called to do. So I was like, okay, how about we help people? How about we help them get to the next level? We just build this thing in public. We give people the frameworks, the playbook, the systems, the discussions, the conversations, everything that's happening in order to build your $1 million bag. So if you're here, that's what we're doing. We're building $1 million business. The goal is to show you that you too, you can actually build a business, $1 million business, and you can do it in 12 months. So that's one goal. The second big goal is we're building out a 50,000 member ecosystem inside the newsletter. Okay. So if you're just now joining, you're like, okay, why should we be following this guy? What kind of insight he's going to give me right now? Family, you want to own your audience. What I mean by that, if you're growing anything, if you're growing your brand, you're trying to get from one level to the next in your career, you're trying to generate revenue for your business, you're a small business owner, entrepreneur, whatnot, and you want to get to that next level of revenue growth for your business, the first thing that I would tell you is you want to own your audience. And what I mean by that, you cannot rely on algorithms to push out your message. If you're relying on algorithms to create visibility for yourself, you probably lost the game to begin with, right? So once you create your own ecosystem of people that rock with you, move with you, pivot with you, buy from you, support you, those people are going to continue to follow. They're going to move. They're going to buy. They're going to pivot with you as well. So you want to create your own ecosystem. So with that being said, I've been creating my own ecosystem, and I'm growing that baby to over 50,000. Today, we got over 6,000 strong members inside the newsletter. If you haven't signed up for the newsletter, this is a great opportunity to do that. There's multiple different ways to do that. I got QR codes. I got links. I got floating banners. It's very simple, or you can simply type newsletter. So welcome back, family. Listen. If you're a returning viewer, thank you. I mean, put it like this. If this is your first time here, thank you for joining. If you're a returning viewer, you know what I'm going to say. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I appreciate y'all. Y'all been rocking with your boy. I truly appreciate that. So let's get into today. What is this about? Oh, before I get into today's agenda, let me give a personal shout out to all the moms out there. Listen, moms are my favorite, okay? And I say that because I didn't have a dad in my life. I only had my mom. So moms are absolutely my favorite. The love, the attention, the support, everything that moms do for you is absolutely amazing. So I'm a mom's boy. So shout out to all the moms out there. Much love, much respect for the sacrifices you make, especially in today's time. It's not easy being a mom, right? And so I appreciate you moms out there. Much love, much support for the moms out there. In fact, let me give you a round of applause. Back to building $1 million business. Let's get into it. So Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. We got the whole family in one place. As I always say, don't be a stranger. Drop your first name, what platform you're streaming from, or just say hi, and I'll make sure to say it hi and thank you back, okay? Because I'm building this thing out in public. Let's get into it. What is episode 86 about, Pat? Talk to me. What is 86 about? Drum roll, give it to me. Boom! Episode 86. Growth will expose your weaknesses. That's what the title's about. And it's actually fast. Growth will expose your weaknesses fast, family. So let's get into what I'm learning about building this thing out in public. Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, as well as Facebook. The whole family's in one place. Don't be a stranger. If there's something that strikes a nerve, something you want to add into, just feel free to put it in the comments. Or between this or after this, if there's a particular live, something that's impacting your business growth, that's preventing you from getting to that $1 million bag or preventing you from getting that next promotion, drop it in the comments or slide in my DMs and say, hey, Pat, it'd be nice if you write something about this. And hey, I do a whole live around it if I feel like it's something of value that a lot of people can learn from. Okay. So we're getting to episode 86. Okay. I see everybody. Yellow Kid. I see you, Jay Sanford. I see you, Taylor. I see you, Key. I see you, VM. I see Anise. I see you, 412. I see you, Jeter. I see you, Namral. Whatever. I mean, I can't pronounce all the names right, but I see you late. Thanks. Everybody's here. Everybody's in the same place. So episode 86. Let's get into it. 86. Growth will expose your weaknesses, family. And you probably didn't know that. Maybe you already knew that, but let me ask you something. Like, have you ever noticed that growth starts revealing things about you that success can't hide? Let me ask that again. Have you ever noticed that growth starts revealing things about you that success can't hide? Like, I'm serious, real talk. Like, the more this business actually grows, the more I'm realizing something, right? Growth doesn't cover up weaknesses. It exposes them. It really, really does. And sometimes it exposes them really, really fast. So you'll start noticing like where your focus starts to break. You start noticing where your discipline, it begins to slip. You start noticing when your emotions affect your decisions. You ever notice that? Or where your systems, they're not strong enough yet to carry you to that next level, right? And honestly, family, that part can feel extremely uncomfortable when you're growing something. Again, you're growing your personal brand, you're growing your business, you're growing your career. Man, that growth was going to expose all your weaknesses, right? So the next level will expose every area that you fail to strengthen at your current level. Let me pause because I'm going to lose some people on this one, right? Let me repeat that, and I want you to really think about that. The next level will expose every area that you fail to strengthen at your current one. So what am I talking about? Listen, to get to that next level, that means there's some things at our current level that we have to strengthen about ourselves if we want to get to that next level. And I know I'm going to lose some people because you're like, dude, I'm just trying to grow, right? That growth is normally it's internally. And I get it. The next level is going to expose every failure that needs to be strengthened at your current level. Like, sit with that for a second. Think about it. Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, as well as Facebook. The whole family's in one place. Don't be a stranger. I see you, Zodiac. I see you, Huff. I see you, Leo. I see you, Red. Thanks for tapping in. The whole family's here, right? So here's the promise in this episode. I'm going to break down something that I'm learning in real time while I'm building this thing in public, right? And I'm not going to give you fluff because y'all know if you've been rocking with me, none of my episodes is about fluff. I'm going to shoot it to you straight. I'm going to tell you exactly how it is. I'm going to tell you what I'm experiencing. I'm going to share with you. Hopefully you can resonate with it. And then hopefully you can continue to help me grow as well. Like, no fluff, like no motivation. That's not what this is about. I'm talking about a real realization that I've been having lately. Okay. So by the end of this, you're going to understand three things I want to help you understand why growth starts exposing weaknesses faster than what you thought that they were going to happen, right? What scaling reveals about your habits and your systems while you're building this thing out. And then what the next level requires, why the next level requires a stronger version of you in order to truly fulfill the role, right? So here's what I had to learn. The bigger the opportunity becomes, the harder it is to hide from yourself. Let me pause. The bigger the opportunity, the harder it is to hide from yourself. Am I the only one that's experienced this before? Or is it just me? Y'all let me know in the chat box. I see you, Miko. Thanks for tapping in. I see you, Terrence. Thanks for showing love. I appreciate y'all, family. The bigger the opportunity becomes, the harder it is to hide from yourself. And this is why a lot of people, they get stuck. They want to get to the next level, but they're not ready to grow internally yet, right? And so I say it all the time. A lot of people are afraid of success. They're not really afraid of failure. They're afraid of success. And so when you keep challenging yourself, when you keep pushing yourself, when you keep growing internally, that's where that success is going to come from. You can't just wish upon a star and eventually become successful, because it doesn't happen like that. You can play the lottery all your life, but you're going to still realize you're spending a lot of money and you still haven't reached that level of success we're looking for. Thank you. I appreciate y'all tapping in. Everybody, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. I see you, Brandy. I see you, Pros. I see you, Chris. I see you, Jonathan. I see you, Regina. I see you, Mikey, Max, everybody. So there's a pattern that we need to catch. Listen, at the very beginning, you can get away with a lot when you're growing yourself, when you're growing your personal brand, when you're growing your business, when you're growing your career. At the very beginning, you can get away with a lot. Like poor structure, you can get away with it. Inconsistent routines, you can get away with it. Bad time management, you can get away with it. Emotional decision making, you could probably get away with that too. Why is it that you can get away with it at the very beginning? Because the pressure is really low at that point, family. The stakes, they feel smaller when you're just starting out on something. But once things start like really moving for you, everything gets amplified, right? Right? Now your schedule, it matters more than ever. Now your focus matters more than ever. Now your energy, the protecting your energy matters more than ever. Now your habits matter more than ever. Have you ever noticed that before? As you grow, everything begins to matter more, especially your focus, your energy, your habits, your schedule. All that actually matters. In the beginning, we can get away with it because, we're just tinkering, we're figuring things out. But then when you start scaling, when you actually start mattering to yourself, when you actually start mattering to the people around you, man, your schedule matters more. Those boundaries, those restraints that you create, your circle that you have around you, all of that stuff begins to matter. So the same weaknesses that you could ignore before, they start creating bigger consequences for yourself. And that's what growth does for you, right? It magnifies everything for you as you're building out your personal brand, as you're building out your business. Good habits, they grow louder. Bad habits, guess what? Those grow louder too. And we want to lean into the good habits. That's why scaling is not just about doing more. It's about becoming more disciplined internally. Again, I'm going to lose some people. Some of us, we're not ready to grow yet internally. And so we keep pushing back. And then we hitting up our head up against the wall and wondering, why in the hell has my career not grown? Why the hell has my business not grown? Because that internal momentum, it needs to take place if you're going to get to the next level, family. I'm just going to keep it honest with you, right? And recently I had to check myself. Y'all know me. I'm an open book. I'm going to tell you 100% what's going on. And I had to check myself. I was like, okay, man, there were moments where, man, I realized I was trying to scale output. Real talk. Like without tightening up any certain behaviors. I was trying to scale, but I wasn't really focused on, tightening up my behaviors. And it doesn't work long term. And I noticed certain distractions were costing me more than what they actually used to. Like certain delays, they were affecting my momentum more than they did before. Certain emotional reactions that I were displaying, they were really slowing down my execution. Y'all let me know if this hits you. Like if y'all have experienced this before. Like for me, it hit hard. Like that awareness, it made me realize, dude, I was really my own bottleneck. I was preventing my own growth. I think you Alpha 8, thanks for tapping in, family. Like that awareness really hits you hard. Listen, and it wasn't from a place of negativity. Like when I'm looking at myself, I'm not looking at myself from a place of negativity, because now, why do I need to be hard on myself? I should be my biggest cheerleader. I should be my biggest supporter. But I started looking at myself from a place of responsibility. I was like, Pat, if you're really going to grow, we actually have to learn how to grow. You can't keep showing up the same version you was yesterday, but expecting a different result tomorrow. So for me, that was responsibility. I was like, okay, check yourself, Pat. Like, really, what the hell are you doing? Why are we doing this? And I started realizing something. Listen, the business can only grow sustainably to the level that you're willing to grow with it. I'm going to lose some people. I see you, AK. I see you, Lodi. Yep, I appreciate you. Hey, man, thank you. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for showing the love. Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, as well as TikTok. The whole family's in one place, all right? And that's real. Listen, the business can only grow sustainably to the level that you're willing to grow with it. And again, this is whether you're growing your personal brand, whether you're growing your business, whether you're growing your career. Listen, if you're not willing to grow internally, you're never going to go anywhere farther. Jana says on LinkedIn, the winners aren't the fastest growers. They're the fastest fixers. Amen to that, sister. If you're just now joining in, Jan on LinkedIn said, Jana B said, the winners aren't the fastest growers, they're the fastest listeners. You know what? Where my thing at? Where's my thing at? Let me give her a round of applause for tapping in. Yo, family, honestly, that's a different type of pressure. Let me show you this shift. I'm gonna get, if I'm gonna sit here and talk to you, I'm always gonna tell you what I'm working on behind the scenes so I can share with you the shift. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all been giving me tons of love. I appreciate that. Join the group from the post. Okay. I see you. I see you. Thank you. So three things that I'm focusing on right now. Number one, and again, we're growing, we're building $1 million business. So what can we learn from this? Number one, tighten the systems. What do I mean? More structure, less guessing. Okay. When you're building out your business, we need focus really on more structure, less guessing about what the structure should look like. The more momentum actually increases, the more your systems actually matter for your growth. Again, I'm going to lose some people. They're going to be just now tapping in. You're like, what is a system? What are we talking about? Listen, a system is only the playbook that you follow in order to create your visibility and your growth system, as well as your communication structure for other people to follow. That's your system, right? That's your automation. That's your back end. That's the way you communicate with people. That's the way you continue to communicate with people. That's the way you follow up with people. That's the way you put out your content. That's the way you DM people. Those are your systems. Like, how are you doing that, right? So tighten your systems. The more structure, the less guessing. The more momentum it increases, the more your system actually matters. Number two, protect focus aggressively. Protect your focus aggressively. I see you, NYC. Thanks for the love. I appreciate you. I see you, champ. I see you, owner born or one born, one reborn. I got it right. Listen, I'm just looking at this. There's a small screen at the bottom. Don't hold me out like that, for real. Two, protect your focus aggressively. Distractions get expensive the higher you go. The higher you go, the more your distractions is going to cost you. And listen, I'm learning that in real time as an entrepreneur. Number three, strengthen your discipline internally. What are we talking about? Not performative discipline. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about that private discipline. I'm talking about the stuff that nobody sees. I'm talking about the time you have when you're in your living room or you're in your office or you're in your bedroom and your head down and you're reflecting on that week. And a lot of it, sometimes you may find yourself crying. You're like, damn, dude, what the fuck? What am I doing? Why did I do this thing? How am I going to move from here, right? So private discipline, that stuff actually matters, right? And that shift, it changed everything for me. Listen, I stopped looking at my weaknesses emotionally. And that's what a lot of us do. We start looking at ourselves and then we start getting hard on ourselves. In fact, we're harder on ourselves than anybody else. And I respect that because, again, it's your life, it's your altitude, it's your levels that you're trying to get to. But you start looking at yourself from a place of weakness, like you're weaker or less than the next person. I stopped doing that. I started treating them like areas that I need to strengthen. So now I'm looking at, okay, Pat, dude, you suck in this area, or you need improvement at this area. But instead of like just judging myself and keep pointing the finger at myself and making myself feel bad, man, now I want to learn from that thing. How can I get better at that? I see you, Chanty. Thanks for popping in. How can I get better at that one thing? And here's what this build is actually like. Here's the land. I'm about to get you guys out of here because we're at 12:18. I want to get you out of here as quick as possible. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, as well as Instagram. The whole family's in one place. Before I land this thing, let me say this. We got two big goals this year, right? The first big goal is actually generate $1 million in revenue. This is what I've been doing. Every single episode is gearing up to show you how we get to that $1 million. Part of it is visibility. The other part is systems. The other part is strategy. The other part is networking. The other part is collaborations. The other part is system builds. The other part is landing page. The other part is your messaging. The other part is there's everything that we've been revealing in real time in this build. So invite other like-minded individuals. I do this every single day, noon Central Standard Time. And we're building out $1 million business. So the first big goal is to prove to you that you too can build $1 million and you can do it in 12 consecutive months or within 12 months. The second goal is we're building out a 50,000 member ecosystem inside the newsletter. And I need your support on the inside. Let me tell you this. I'm going to tell you I need that because I can't get to here if I don't have you there. So sign up for the newsletter. Like real talk, family. There's over 6,000 strong, but we're trying to reach 50,000 this year. And I'm going to tell you the importance of that because I'm not trying to rely on algorithms. If you're relying on algorithms, your business, like your whole business is tied to an algorithm. Why are you doing it? Like, what do they do that at? I don't do that. That's why the newsletter, if I have something important, you're part of the newsletter, I can just simply push out a message, and now 6,000 plus people, they get the message that I'm trying to put out. As I drop something, as I release something new, I just push that out, and I got 6,000 plus people, they get it within 30 seconds, right? So that's where your growth actually happens, from creating your own ecosystem and not rely on an algorithm to get you to the next level. Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, TikTok, as well as Facebook. The whole family's in one place. Natasha, appreciate you. Natasha's showing me love on TikTok right now. I love that. I really do. So let me land this thing really quick. So here's what this build is reinforcing for me. Growth creates opportunity, right? Discipline creates your stability. Your consistency creates your momentum. But self-awareness, family, self-awareness reveals the work that still needs to happen, right? And that's the difference. Some people, they reach a new level and then they get exposed by their weaknesses. While other people, they start strengthening themselves in real time as they grow. And that's what separates you from everybody else. That's the separation there. Are you willing to grow while you're figuring it out? Are you willing to grow while that messy middle is actually showing up? Are you willing to learn from everything that you're doing in between here and to get into there? A lot of people say they want that, but they're not really ready to do that. If you're not ready for the work, you need to kindly step away from the game and say, you know what, I'm not ready for this. Success feels too daunting to me. Or maybe you need to tap into the newsletter while I reveal the playbook to help you get there, so we can get out of our own head and we can actually reach that $1 million bag, and we can do it in 12 months, all right? That's the separation here. Growth will expose your weaknesses fast, family. So say to yourself, so what? Good. Like, that means I'm learning. That's what it means. Now you know exactly what you need to do to level up. Family, let me get you out of here. I appreciate y'all. Let me give you a round of applause. Man, really do. Lord's will. I got my health and the strength. Y'all know what I'm going to say. Same time, same place tomorrow. Continue to show me love. I continue to show you love. Don't forget, if there's a particular topic or there's something that's impacting your business growth or your bill or prevent you from getting to that next level of your career success, make sure you slide in my DMs and let me know. Say, hey, Pat, this may be a good topic that we should probably consider. And hey, we'll write that thing out. And then if you're not camera shy or you're not afraid of being on camera, we may co-host a live together if it actually makes sense. But until next time, family, I appreciate y'all. This has been episode 86. Let's get it. Much love.